Hi friends, this is attorney Marina Shepelsky, and this video will talk about the new program announced by President Biden as an amnesty for spouses of U.S. citizens who have been married to them prior and on June 17, 2024, and also who have been living in the States for more than 10 years. First of all, why did they even need this program, right? Some people entered the U.S. without inspection, admission, or parole. That means they came in as crossing the border, they didn't get the parole at the border or permission to come with like legal status basically, or they entered with a crewman's visa. This is just like a temporary right to enter U.S. for people who work on airplanes and ships, like cruise ships. So many people live like this in the U.S. and the government estimates that about 500,000 people will be able to receive their green cards through this process. In reality, it could be a lot more than they estimate, but we'll see. Now, these people have been living in the U.S. as much as 23 years, according to the government. So here is how to qualify for the new program, and they're calling it a process to promote the unity and stability of families in the U.S., or the new amnesty for spouses of U.S. citizens. Number one thing you have to do and have to qualify is to have no criminal background, no arrests, or even if you were arrested, it could have been dismissed, something like that. Plus, you're not posing a threat to U.S. national security and safety of the American public. You're not on terrorist lists, you're not on any of the FBI or the CIA lists. So that's number one. Number two, you must be present inside the United States without admission and without parole. This even applies to people who went back and forth a couple of times and triggered the 10-year bar. Normally, if you came without admission or parole, you couldn't apply for a green card inside U.S. without leaving U.S. because there was no jurisdiction under the old law over you if you didn't cross with a visa here, if you didn't cross with a parole here. Something that, a government employee like an inspector or an officer at the border inspected you, looked at your passport, right? So in that case, many people were told to file the I-601A waiver that gets rarely approved and it's super hard to do. Plus, some of them might even need the I-212 waiver, two waivers. They just wouldn't be allowed to enter. So to overcome this problem, specifically for spouses of U.S. citizens and kids of these spouses, the Biden administration has created this program in anticipation, of course, of the election in 2024 in November. So we talked about to qualify, you need to have no criminal background, no crimes. We talked about the safety. You have to not be like a terrorist in any of the terrorist lists. We talked about the fact that you didn't come here with a visa or admission or parole. You had to be here continuously present in the U.S. at least 10 years as of June 17, 2024. And finally, you have to have a legal, valid marriage to a citizen as of June 17, 2024. Now, once you applied, you will be using a form. I don't yet know what form, and you will have to pay a fee. I don't yet know what fee this will be, but of course the government will announce it shortly. And when you get this parole status, you'll get a work permit based on this. You will then, as step 2, be able to apply for a regular adjustment of status green card through your spouse, and you will have to file a family petition, I-130, might have a joint interview with your spouse, a marriage interview. Not for everyone, but a lot of people will still have an interview. And you will have an interview that covers your green card eligibility. You'll need your medical, the affidavit of support, and all that good stuff. So this will be called a parole in place, and you will have to file the form, the fee, and the supporting documents to prove the things I listed. No criminal background, was here without parole, without admission, valid marriage to a U.S. citizen, in the States over 10 years. You're going to have to prove all this. Upon receipt of a properly filed form for this parole in place, USCIS will decide case by case who should be getting this and who should not be getting this. And of course, if you have some kind of a humanitarian need, you will be able to get it maybe faster than someone else, and they will be exercising favorable exercise of their discretion. So some people are more deserving than others, is what this says. And they will look at everything in your background, including your prior immigration history, what you filed for, the results of their background checks, and any other relevant information. So this is a really great program. I think it will help about 500,000 people, but in reality, I think it will be a lot more than that. And as part of the same announcement, the same presidential executive action, they announced that DHS, also Department of Homeland Security, will join the Department of State in an effort to expedite some non-immigrant visas based on work for people who applied, including DACA recipients, as long as they graduated a college in the U.S. So we'll see how this develops, but for now, this is a great program, and I hope this video helps you understand if you qualify. If you do qualify, we're accepting applications, we're accepting new clients for this program. Give us a call today, and we can help you file for this parole in place under the new Biden amnesty. Thank you for watching, and share this video with your friends and loved ones. And give us a like if you like this content and what I talked about in this video, so we can create more videos just like this for you in the near future. Bye-bye.